रिजवानुर रहमान और प्रियंका तोडी 18 अगस्त 2007 को कोलकाता में शादी की। दोनों जानते थे कि उनके परिवार वाले इस शादी को कभी रजामंदी नहीं देंगे, इसीलिए किसी को बिना बताए ये कदम उठाया। प्रियंका तोडी कोलकाता के एक रसूखदार हिंदू परिवार से है। रिजवानुर रहमान एक गरीब मुसलमान परिवार से था। दोनों बालिग थे और प्यार में थे।
एक फिल्मी कहानी जैसा लगता है। एक्चुअली वाज नॉट a filmy affair, but there were elements of a film. Muslim boy falls in love of a Hindu girl who is from a conservative family. प्रियंका के पिता इस शादी के खिलाफ इसलिए थे क्योंकि ये प्रेशर था उनके ऊपर, तो ये प्रेशर काम किया होगा। और उसके ऊपर तो ये भी था कि ये लड़का जो है ही इज़ नॉट अप टू द मार्क ऑफ प्रियंका टोडीज फैमिली। वो एक बहुत ही गरीब घर से थे और उनका इनकम भी उतना नहीं था। तो ये सब कारण से मुझे लगता है कि प्रियंका का पिता इस शादी के खिलाफ थे।
Rizwan was threatened on the phone quite a lot of time, but in front of me in Lal Bazaar, he was subjected to very abusive languages by Sukhanti Chakravarti and some of the officers which were accompanying him. We met Ajay Kumar, we met Gyanwant Singh. They also tried to pressure him to send back Priyanka to her parents, but he did not accept that. Priyanka also did not accept that. Priyanka also objected very specifically. She should not return to her household because she was afraid that she might be kept in that household and would not be allowed to come back to Rizwan's place.
पुलिस के इन्वॉल्वमेंट पर लोग उंगली उठाने लगे। रिजवानुर की मौत के बाद और उनके पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट आने से पहले ही उसे आत्महत्या घोषणा कर दिया।
कोलकाता पुलिस का जो रोल था उस समय, which it was alleged that they were acting on behalf of a big businessman, the businessman who was very close to the police officials, who had access to the police headquarters. तो पुलिस acted, rather I would say कि it was police excess, क्योंकि एक लीगली मैरिड कपल है। जो भी है उनका रिलीजियस आइडेंटिटी तो देखना नहीं चाहिए पुलिस को। अगर पुलिस देखते हैं कि दे आर एडल्ट, दे हैव गॉट मैरिड लीगली, तो पुलिस को ये काम नहीं करना चाहिए था। बट उस समय जो देखा गया है कि पुलिस was trying to put pressure on the couple and they wanted them to get divorced as well. So police did not do the right thing, of course, when the law was in favor of this couple, and they shouldn't have entered into this private matter when these two adult persons gave consent to each other and then got legally married.
Many times they requested the police officer and then the officer at Lal Bazaar, they tried to pressurize Rizwan and Priyanka quite a lot of time. Then they agreed to meet her parents, but Priyanka told that she will meet her parents, she will meet her father and mother in front of the officers in Lal Bazaar only. She won't go back to her home because she was afraid that she might be subjected to pressure, so that she might not come back.
14 साल, जी सही सुना आपने। 14 साल बाद आज भी रिजवानुर की परिवार और लोग एक सवाल का जवाब ढूंढ रहे हैं। रिजवानुर की मौत क्या खुदकुशी थी या मर्डर?
कि रिजवानुर रहमान उस समय एक प्राइवेट मल्टीमीडिया ग्राफिक्स डिज़ाइन सिखाने वाला एक इंस्टीट्यूट था, उधर पढ़ाते थे। एंड प्रियंका टोडी वाज ही स्टूडेंट एंड दे फॉल इन लव विद ईच अदर। प्रियंका टोडी का फैमिली जो है, दे वर वेरी कंजर्वेटिव, नंबर वन। नंबर टू, दे वर रिच, दे वर बिग बिजनेसमैन, नोन बिजनेसमैन इन कोलकाता। और रिजवानुर रहमान का जो घर है और उनका जो इनकम था उस समय, दैट नेवर मैच्ड प्रियंका टोडी स्टेटस।
From the very beginning, they were very clear that their family will not accept them. So they were waiting till they get the legal certificate of marriage. So they both of them knew that this will be the outcome of their marriage.
One day Rizwan called me up and he said that he wanted me to take Priyanka to our house. Then I said, yes, you can bring her along. and when she came, she was a bit afraid, But I told her that she need not panic, and she could stay in our house. Priyanka was very much unlike her family because as far as I've seen her, she was a very down-to-earth girl, and whenever I had an interaction with her, she was a very simple girl, and when she came to our house, she adjusted in this household. There was a vast difference between her household and ours, but she adjusted very well.
रिजवानुर और प्रियंका डरे हुए थे। 31 अगस्त 2007 को उन्होंने कोलकाता के पुलिस कमिश्नर को एक जॉइंट चिट्ठी लिखा जिसमें उन्होंने पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन की मांग की। वही लेटर बाद में कोलकाता के बहुत सारे पुलिस स्टेशन में उन्होंने सबमिट किया।
In front of me, she called her father. I told her that you please call your father and your parents as such to our house so that we can inform them that they had married. She said that she might be persuaded to stay back at their place, and she might be pressured to break this relationship. So I said, okay, then you call up your father at our place so that we can talk to him.
They had got married under Special Marriage Act. Their friends were witness to that marriage. So they had some people who had taken the couple to the police. They had written letters to the police headquarters at that time. Local थाना में भी वो चिट्ठी लिखा protection के लिए, but वो protection उन लोगों को नहीं मिला.
When we met Mr. Ajay Kumar, he told Rizwan he had done a very wrong thing according to him, and by marrying Priyanka, and he should again revise his decision. He should think about that decision, and if possible, send Priyanka back to her household.
Time and again, Rizwanur and his brother were summoned in the local police station. So there was too much pressure on them. So they discussed with their friends, and there was an NGO who came in to help Rizwanur. And with the help of them, they just decided, let us take an police protection and we apply for a police protection for our security.
प्रियंका की अंकल जो थे उनको एक बॉन्ड साइन करने के लिए बोला था कि प्रियंका को लेके जाएंगे तो प्रियंका 7 दिन के अंदर फिर वापस आ सकते हैं, क्योंकि प्रियंका का ये भी डर थी कि अगर वो चले जाते हैं घर तो फिर उनका फैमिली मेम्बर्स जो है वो फिर रिजवानुर के घर में वापस आने नहीं देंगे, लेकिन वो बॉन्ड इसीलिए साइन करने के लिए मजबूर किया गया था. She can go home and she will be back within 7 days, but she didn't return.
She was very sad, and she was very panicky about the decision. She repeatedly told me that she did not believe her father and uncles, and she was afraid that she might be kept in confinement in her place and she won't be allowed to come back to our place again. But still, she agreed because we told her that she should also listen to her parents also. After she left, there was no news about her. 1 or 2 days she called up, and then her phone became silent, and Rizwan became like a paranoid person. He was very sad. He was going here and there to find a good lawyer, find a good human rights person, so that they might take up his case.
प्रियंका टोडी और रिजवानुर रहमान लास्ट टाइम जो बात किए थे, जिस दिन रिजवानुर का ये डेड बॉडी मिला उसी दिन. और एक वर्जन ये भी है कि अबाउट 3-4 days बिफोर दैट इंसिडेंट हैड टेकन प्लेस, रिजवानुर हैड स्पोकन टू प्रियंका टोडी. तो उसमें जो बात सामने आया था कि प्रियंका टोडी वाज टेलिंग रिजवानुर टू वेट एंड शी वाज स्टिल थिंकिंग दैट शी कैन कम बैक. ये एक वर्जन है. और एक वर्जन ये भी है कि प्रियंका हैड गिवन अप ऑन रिजवानुर रहमान. शी सेड दैट ये और आगे नहीं जा सकता है. तो ऐसा वर्जन भी आया. और ये एक वर्जन और भी आया कि प्रियंका टोडी उस दिन रिजवानुर का एक एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड थी, उनके साथ भी बात की थी. but that has not been substantiated in the investigation.
After Rizwan's death, Priyanka never came to our house. She neither contacted us also, nor my mother, nor me, nor my uncles or any of my brothers or sisters.
The body हम लोगों को देखने को नहीं मिला है, but eyewitnesses जो बताया कि his face was completely mutilated, his body was found on the railway tracks, और एक train का driver he had reported to Damdam GRP at that time that a body was lying in a place near Patipukur area in Kolkata. So it was circumstances had actually made us believe that it was probably a case of murder.
I got a call from GRP Damdam. Someone called me up from Rizwan's phone only. Someone introduced himself as GRP from the GRP Damdam station, and he said that just come down quickly to Damdam GRP so that we can tell you something. He did not tell me specifically what was happened. When we tried to go to the GRP Damdam, then suddenly the call came and someone said that no, Rizwan's body was at Sialda morgue. We all went to Sialda station, and in a small room, somebody opened that door and showed us Rizwan's body, and that body was in a mutilated condition. His head was severed from the body. His head was lying different, separately from his body. I was taken aback, and we got shocked to see the condition of the body. That moment we realized that he had been murdered.
पुलिस रिजवानू के स्वाब पोस्टमार्टम के लिए भेजा, लेकिन रिपोर्ट आने से पहले ही डिक्लेयर कर दिया कि उसने आत्महत्या की थी। अब पुलिस के इन्वॉल्वमेंट पे सवाल उठने लगे।
Police commissioner, he himself declared that that was a simple case of suicide, and that triggered everything, and the mob was furious, and this commotion and agitation and these happenings in the Paksa Kasariya Topshi area started going on.
उस समय लोगों के पास जो इम्प्रेशन गया था तो वो यही था कि it was a case of murder. It was a fight between a poor family and a rich family. It was a fight between the poor family and the police and administration. तो ये सब मिला के लोगों का गुस्सा बाहर निकल के आए, और there were protest march, there were protest candle march, there were a lot of agitation at that time in Kolkata.
रिजवान का मर्डर हुआ था, लेकिन अगर उसने आत्महत्या भी की थी तो वो क्यों की थी, उसको किसने ये उकसाया था, और इस बात के लिए कौन लोग जिम्मेदार थे उसके आत्महत्या के लिए, ये बातें हम लोग जानना चाहते हैं.
Todi families had a lot of influence that had actually forced, in a sense, the police to act on behalf of the Todis against a legal marriage. It's just that high-level connections that you have with police, and you use that influence, and that is exactly what the Todis did, and the police was just following that. His body was found, and Rizwanu's brother had gone to the morgue and identified the body, and then they cremated the body. The matter came into in the press only when the APDR, Human Rights Organization के लोग थे, they had come up with that letter that Rizwanu had written to them, and there he had expressed his fear that he might be killed, and he had elaborately written about the whole plight that he had to go through at that time. Then it came on the surface. So police initially really didn't want to cremate his body in a hurry and hush up the whole case. But later, of course, it came in the picture that there were a lot of other pressure from the police at the police headquarters in Kolkata.
रिजवानू का मामला अरुण कुमार को सौंपा गया, ट्रांसफर किया गया था। अरुण कुमार सीबीआई के एक मशहूर ऑफिसर थे। उन्हीं के नेतृत्व में सीबीआई ने आरुषि तलवार या फिर नोएडा के निठारी किलिंग जैसे मामलों की जांच की थी।
CBI investigation had found that it was not a case of murder, even though Kolkata High Court's division bench had asked CBI to reopen the case and initiate a case of murder, but that was struck down by the Supreme Court. And CBI had charge sheeted the toadies and the police officers for abetment of suicide.
After Rizwan's death, Priyanka never came to our house. She neither contacted us also, nor my mother, nor me, nor my uncles or any of my brothers or sisters. Now we were thinking what to do with her belongings. She had kept her clothes and all many of her belongings at our home. So we informed the CBI officers about this, and then they contacted her, and she then told them to bring those belongings back to her place. So we whatever was there in our house, her clothes and her belongings, we gave those things back to CBI officers. They might have handed her to those belongings, but she never came back to her place at any point of time.
रिजवानुर की मां किश्वर जहान ये मानने से इनकार करती रही कि रिजवानुर खुदकुशी कर सकता है। उनका मानना था रिजवानुर की मौत के पीछे असली जिम्मेदार प्रियंका के पिता अशोक टोडी है।
हम लोग तो शुरू से बोला कि ये मर्डर ही है, जो भी देखा बोला कि मर्डर हुआ है उसका, और अभी तक हम मर्डर ही समझते हैं।
The letters, the phone calls, the records, the eyewitnesses account, and Priyanka Todi's statement, Rizwanur's brother's statement. So everything was taken together in the investigation. They had, of course, visited the spot. They had spoken to the driver of that particular train, the person who had actually seen Rizwanur's body on the railway track for the first time. So these evidences they had collected, and then they had to come to that conclusion.
11 फरवरी 2009 इस मोड़ पर आया कहानी में एक बड़ा ट्विस्ट। अरिंदम मन्ना, जो इस केस में एक प्राइम विटनेस था, उनका अचानक मौत हो जाना और उनका लाश भी रेलवे ट्रैक पर पड़ी मिलती है। क्या कनेक्शन है अरिंदम की मौत और रिजवानुर के केस के साथ?
Arindam Manna was the investigating officer, so of course he did not see Rizwanur alive, but he was also found dead on railway track in Hooghly when he was investigating the case. His mother alleged that he was getting threat calls from some people, and he had told his mother, Arindam Manna had told his mother that he was under pressure, he was getting threat calls. His was also a mysterious death. It is not yet known like what exactly happened, whether he committed suicide or he was killed and then he was put there on the railway track. So it's very mysterious.
All the things which were surrounding his death had been known by Mr. Manna. We apprehend that he might have also been murdered like Rizwan.
कोलकाता डिवीजन बेंच में जब इस मामले के मामला आए तो उस समय डिवीजन बेंच ने ये ऑर्डर दिया था कि ये दिस केस शुड बी रीओपन्ड, दिस केस शुड बी इन्वेस्टिगेटेड अफ्रेश एंड इट शुड बी अ केस ऑफ इट शुड बी ट्रीटेड एज अ केस ऑफ मर्डर. लेकिन उसके बाद इसके खिलाफ Todis ne, the police officers, and also Kishwar Jahan, Rizwanu's mother, all the parties had gone to Supreme Court for different reasons, of course, and the Supreme Court said that CBI had done the right thing. They have completed their investigation, and if there is anything else, they can always file supplementary charge sheet. But there was no reason to investigate this case afresh and follow the Calcutta Division Bench's order of treating it as a case of murder. So that did not have a legal validity, and the Supreme Court found it not necessary to reopen the case and investigate it afresh.
रिजवानुर की मौत को 14 साल हो गए। 14 साल में ना उनके परिवार ना लोग जान पाए कि उनकी मौत हुई तो हुई कैसे। 14 साल बाद आज भी लोग सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, क्या रिजवानुर की मौत और सच्चाई दोनों कोर्ट केसेस तारीख पे तारीख और केस पे केस इन शब्दों के नीचे कहीं दफन हो चुका है।